Long ago in a village called Wemi, there was a beautiful maiden called Eddie. She was the prettiest among all maidens. Most men in the village wanted her as a wife. But she refused all men. She would stay close to the river, and people wonder and gossip of how she has always visited the river. But she always replied that her happiness is in the river. When she was little, her mom tried to stop her from going to the river, but she would fall sick anytime she stops her. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. One day, she finally introduced the man she wants to marry to her family, but no one knows where the man came from. He told everyone he is an orphan, and added that he doesn't know his other relatives because they never looked for him. Eddie's family accepted him, and they were all happy for her. Edie finally married the man of her dreams. Edie was found crying when she became pregnant, and no one knew the reason because pregnancy is a good news in every marriage. I was finally born, and everyone was amazed of how pretty I am. I was told my dad kissed me on my forehead and named me Yugi. Then he left and never came back. After that incident, my mom was always unhappy. Even if she treated me with love and care, her family still wanted her married because of the responsibility of training a child. Eddie's family forcefully married her out to a man called Afro. She was so sad, and everyone tried to calm her down. Afro treated me with love and care and reminded me of how special I am. One day, my mom went to the river. She got to the river and went inside. That was the last time anyone ever saw my mom. After that happened, everyone saw me as an evil child except Afro, who loved me like his own child. But my happiness didn't last because Afro remarried, and his attention turned to her, even if he still cared for me. Afro's new wife, my stepmom, got pregnant and gave birth, so I became a relevant object in the house. Afro got scolded by his wife anytime he told her to treat me like her child. One day, I had a dream that felt so real. I was instructed to go to the river by an old woman. The dream felt so real that I kept checking time at night so I can quickly go to the river the next morning. The next morning, I went to the river. The atmosphere was so friendly, and I felt like the river was expressing itself through me. I immediately felt this happiness I had not felt in a very long time. Suddenly, I felt the river telling me to close my eyes, and I did. When I opened my eyes, a snake was talking to me, and I was not scared. The snake told me she is my mother and concluded something painful will happen to me. She told me it was for the best and she is watching me. I grew up visiting the water like my mom and making medicines. I don't know what they work for, but I made these medicines from the herbs and leaves around the river as instructed by my mom. One day, I got home and overheard my stepmom asking Afro to choose between me and her. She said she can never be a stepmom to an evil child who killed her parents. Afro promised to send me away. I know he would not because he had promised her several times any time my stepmom lied against me. I quickly ran away before they could discover I overheard them talking. I ran in tears into the bush until found an old hut where I could rest. After some time, I got comfortable living in the bush. One day, I climbed a tree to enjoy a view of nature, but I heard something calling for help. I quickly ran to where the voice came from and found a child. I quickly helped the boy and took him to my abandoned hut. He told me he was tied there to die because of what he saw. He added that his name is Oga, the little brother of the crown prince. Oga told me he saw his stepmom when she poisoned their sick father. and also planned to take the throne from their father for her selfish interest, and added that he threatened her not to do it and never knew her plan for him. I promised to take him to his family the next day. While I was sleeping, I saw my mom and she told me that the king is my father's only friend, that I should take some of the herbs I made behind the river and it will heal him. She told me my dad left to protect me and added that she was never a human. She only came to the world know how it feels to be human and understand humans more, but she fell in love. The sound of someone running woke me up from my sleep and dream. I was told by a strange man that he had been watching me for long and how I helped a young prince. He concluded that the queen sent people to check if Oga is dead and they are coming. We quickly packed the little things of value to us and followed him. He took us to his house. His mom and siblings were so friendly. I ended up as his friend and he told me his name is Tumul. I spent a lot of time with him and his siblings and finally felt what it is to have a loving family. The next day, Tumur decided to help and we took Oga to the palace. We secretly entered the palace with Tumur's help and healed the king. My herbs worked effectively and Oga told the king all that happened. The king rewarded Tumur and I. He made me head village herbalist. Oga told me the crown prince had eyes for me, but I refused because I had eyes for Tumur. The queen was driven to live in the forest abandoned hut. I went to see my mom, but I was surprised to see others with her in the water. They were celebrating with me but told me to go and help my stepmom who had difficulties with her health. Do you think I should help her or not? Please leave your answer in the comment section. The king discovered who I am after I told him. He added that my dad was his little brother, that he fought and died in war to save the village. I felt fulfilled and visited the river. The river waves in a beautiful tune and I danced to it in happiness and excitement. I also found out Tumur loved me back. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.